Good day. I just noticed my title is wrong. Here we are with reveal number 604. It's a 1955 S Lincoln cent roll. We are generally pretty lucky with 1955 S. We're going to see how we can do today in hoping to get that special RPM number 1 or even DDO number 1, which is a tripled eyelid. No double die reverse is known yet for 1955S, so we're going to check the first 10 coins and then move on. Hello to Tyler. There's Mr. Adams. Carl. Good morning, good morning. We're almost to the afternoon here in the Eastern time zone, so I know that everyone else is still in morning. And if you are Eastern time zone, it is officially afternoon. Good afternoon. That just started. All right, let me get my keyboard out of the way and we'll get started on the roll. There's 75 in pennies, baby. How are you? How are you? All right, coin number 1. Hey, looky there. Guess who it is? 75 in pennies. Let's see what we can get. Oh, there we go. Boom. RPM number 5. Right off the bat, we've got an RPM number 5. You see that little bump right under the mint mark? That is the bottom of another S. It's been kind of braided away, but it's there. And that is our chief attribute for RPM number 5. I was going to say marker. I was trying not to say marker because it's not a marker. There we go, RPM number 5, right away for 75 in pennies. So, that's an immediate yes. Oh, I didn't look at the reverse on that one, but I didn't because I know RPM 5 doesn't have a double die reverse. So, I'm going to keep moving. Here's one for Crispy. And this one does not appear to be an RPM. Let's keep looking around here and see if we see anything of definite interest. Okay, nothing on the obverse side. Let's check the reverse on this one. And the reverse has a little bit of spotties. More stains than spots. It's got a nice struck through right up there. Right above the LU. That's not a struck through. That's actually a... it's a little lamination where a piece of the planchet has broken out. But there is that. That's for Crispy. Coin number 3 now for Mark. Mark. What does Mark get? Well, no RPM that I can see. It's also not DDO number 1. Of course, probably one of the most sought-after 1955 S Lincoln cents would be the one that has the big chunk of metal kind of missing off the die. It appears that the die shattered, and the upper part of the head on the obverse is very strange shape. Here's one for Frosty now. Frosty, what'd you get? Well, it looks like a normal 55S Lincoln cent so far. And that's what we've got. Let's check the reverse here. Going to be doing one more reveal today. Then I've got the reveal show coming up at 7 p.m. Eastern time today, and then tomorrow we'll be doing the auction. Be a good size auction tomorrow. And then Wednesday, I'll finish the 2019-2020 reveals for this week and get started on this coming week's reveals. So I'm falling just a little bit behind because of the holiday weekend. But it's not bad. Here is... well, it's another normal, unfortunately. 1955S. It's pretty clean looking coins on here. There's decent looking coins. A few stains and spots here and there. But for the most part, pretty gemmy looking. This one's for Taco John. You'll take one of those strange heads? Yeah, I would too. I think I've only found 2 of them ever. And one of them was during a roll dig I was doing one evening, and I think Crispy bought it. Boy, would I give to have about 10 more of those. Even one more would work. Alright, got nothing on the obverse on this one from Marshall. Let's check the reverse and see what I might have here. There's little striations along the rim. That has to do with die polishing. And that's coin number 6. Now number 7 for Stan. Yeah, and I'm not seeing anything on this one. So onward to the reverse. Not a chance. Nothing on the reverse on this one. Hello, Mr. Fletcher. Good morning to you. Here's number 8. Otis. And Otis, see those 2 marks down below the mint mark in the vest down here? These 2 little guys? That's kind of what I'm looking for this repetitious die that we keep seeing. And unfortunately, we've run into this one a few times. There's nothing on this one. So we can pretty much guarantee ourselves as soon as we look at it and see those markers that there's not going to be anything else to look at specifically for die varieties or errors on that coin. Hello, Arizona Coins. All right, now coin number 9 goes to Paul. Let's see what Paul gets. Okay, this one is, I believe, it is, yes. It's an RPM. This is, gonna initially go with RPM number 3, but it may not be. I think this might be RPM 2. It's just an earlier die state that I'm used to seeing. But the RPM shows in the upper curve and in the upper serif. Shows pretty well there too. I always turn that the wrong way. There we go. You can see it right up here in the upper curve. You can see it over here in the upper serif. $45D1DO12. I'm kind of unfamiliar with that. I'm assuming that's probably a class 6. Or is it an eyelid class 4? Alright, there we go. This is for Paul. And we do have ourselves an RPM here. Not sure which one it is. The markers are going to be these die scratches that you see in the date mint mark area. Check the reverse on this one real quick, because we are not quite up to number 10. Let's see what we see. Okay, I have seen this particular die before and did not pick it up as an RPM. So I know there's another one of these in here. What was that, number 7, I think? Is it number 7? No. How about number 6? Or could it be number 8? Let's check number 8. No. Not number 8. How about number 6? Number 6. Yeah, this is it. Number 6. Now let's flip this over and see if there's an RPM on here, because I did not see it before. There it is. Helps sometimes to know that you're seeing same markers over and over again, but this is definitely the same RPM as the one I just pulled, so I'm going to pull it out too. That one was from Marshall, coin number 6. Alright, so we've got 2 RPMs so far, 2 different RPMs, 3 examples of RPMs in the roll so far. And I'm going to move on to Farm Dog's coin now. And Farm Dog not have an RPM. So let's pull forward and see what we get. Pull forward to the second window, please. Your total would be $179.95. Thank you very much. Let's see here. Not seeing anything on this one. A nice little bird's nest going on over there in the left wheat. This one's for Farm Dog. Hello, Mr. Muckumber. Found a 40D RPM 4 and a 57D RPM 4. Very nice. Very, very nice. These elusive little beasts are showing up in our rolls, so that means that they're still out there. To be found by diligent searchers such as yourselves. Let's see what we have here. That might be a split in the upper serif. Really hard to tell. It is ever so minor. It's kind of there. Yeah, I'm going to pull it out. Got a couple of markers on this one. This one could be an East RPM. So we're going to pull it out. That's for Crispy. See what we can see about that die with another coin if we pick one. Here's one for Frosty. And Frosty has... this one appears it could be an RPM. I believe so. I think that's a cut in the upper serif there. It's it also has some machine doubling on it, which kind of leads me a little bit astray. The sound is choppy again. Great. Let's see if that works any better. Perhaps. Maybe. What is that? Oh, that's my WinZip thing coming up. Yeah, that's a hit on the front of the 9. It's a hit on the front of the 9, but we have just a little tiny bit of machine doubling. So you guys getting a better... Dan, are you getting better sound out of me now? You folks are the only way I can know. I don't have any kind of a feedback where I can hear my own sound until I actually get out and do a recheck on the broadcast. Tyler says sounds good there. Morning, Ant. $75 in pennies says it sounds good there. I'll hold this one out too. It looks like it could be an RPM. I've got enough of them listed these days. I can't memorize all of them. Here's one from Mark. Let's see what Mark gets out of this. I'll see. That's going to be one of those. The two die gouge, two little die gouges at the bottom of the vest. That one's going to be a die that we've seen before. It has nothing. No die variety. Obverse or reverse. And so we can move on with that one. That's for Mark. And next up, number 14, Carl. Let's see what Carl has for us here. Okay. This is another one of those. I'm going to have to turn back and look at the previous coin again. So I don't want to confuse you. I'm just going to let you know that's what I'm doing. I'm going to go back and take a look at the coin just before this one. I've got something to look at to see if perhaps maybe there could possibly be something that we need to pay attention to there. So that was coin number 14. We're going to go back to number 13 real quick. May have... Yeah, it's happening over and over again. Let me zoom in real close and check it. It looks like we've got doubling on the second 5, which that would be something new. And it's really hard to tell if that's machine doubling or if it's minor hub doubling. Machine doubling probably wouldn't repeat itself like this is. But this is doing it over and over and over again. Every one of these that I see with these die gouges at the bottom of the vest right here that we've been watching, that last 5 right there has just a little bit of doubling on the very top of it. None of the other digits in the date do. None of the letters in trust have it. So I have to keep watching this. I'm going to leave them in the pack because I don't think it's anything. But we're going to have to keep an eyeball on that. Here's one for Eric. Yeah, Dan, you're going to have to... well, he's not going to be able to hear me. But he's going to have to listen to what Carl's telling him. See, there's another one of them. Okay, so if that's the same die, it is. That's telling me I'm finding a double die there. Although minor, I do believe it is a double die. I have to talk with Eric about this because I do believe we have found something new. This would be a double die obverse number 2 or number 3. I think number 2. It would be something new. It's just a little tiny bit of doubling right on the top. Right on the top of the 5. The last 5. The second 5. Alright, so this one's for Eric. Eric's coin. He can take a good look at that and figure out what it has on it. Here's one for Jackalope. Let's see if Jackalope's coin also has the same thing. Let's check for the marker first. Marker's not there, so it's not the same die. What is going on with my focus today? Can I keep these in focus? I guess that's a little bit better. And nothing on this one. Alright. That is for Jackalope. Let's take a look at coin number 17 now. This one goes to Crispy. See if we have our marker first. No, we don't. This is the same as the previous. So let this one go through the mill. Okay. That's for Crispy. Hey, Taco John. We might have just discovered a brand new 1955S double die obverse. It's minor, but I do believe it's there. I've noticed it over a number of coins now. And not this one. This one is one of the RPM 3, I guess it is. Perhaps. I'm sorry I'm not able to tell you the numbers on these things right away, but you can kind of guess that I have a lot going on as far as remembering different things is concerned. Now this raised mark going across the bottom of the jacket is going to be a key. It's going to be a key player in which die this is. But it is a West RPM. That one's for Jordan. So there's one for Jordan. Here's Mark. Mark, Mr. Thomas. Let's see, what do we get here? We've got another one of those ones that I'm figuring could be a double die, and it shows the same thing as the others. Raise up the light just a little bit here and bring it over, kind of this way. You can see that doubling right on the very top of the second 5 in the date. Just a little bit of just a line going across the top. But I've seen 1970s with less doubling get listed than this, so wow, look at that. Nice. Got some good markers on this one too, so it could actually prove to be kind of valuable to the overall research of the Lincoln Cent series. So here we go again, learning something new every day. I'm going to go ahead and pull 13 and 14. This is 13, 14, and 19 now pulled for this, but I know there's at least 2 or 3 others in the pack. But I'm going to go ahead and start pulling them now because I do believe it is a double die obverse. This is not one of them. Not one of them. This coin actually shows me nothing. I see nothing. Okay. That's for Mickey. Let's go on to coin number 21. 21 now for Paul. As soon as I get finished with this particular RPM loaded roll, we are going to jump over to reveal number 605. That will be a 1956D roll. Then what we've got remaining from this week's rolls are 2 modern rolls, a 2019 and a 2020, both Philadelphia. Both are reported to have double dies inside. I know the 19 does because it has a double die right on the end of the roll. The 2020 I'm not so sure of. There's another. That's an interesting RPM right there. I think there may be more of these in the roll too. I'm seeing a notch on the upper serif on this. It's basically all I see. But you can see it right in here. It's a notch in the upper serif. Let's see if maybe that might be something we can do something with here. So that makes 6 different good dies in a roll, which there probably shouldn't be more than 7 or 8 dies in the roll. So looks like we may actually have a hit here. There's another one of the exact same thing I just pulled, and it looks like it's got a little bit of a serif break in the upper serif too, but not much. Boy, this one doesn't really look as convincing as that previous coin did. This one's for Stan, coin number 23 now. And I'll put it with 22 over there. Here's coin number 24. And coin number 24 is for Jordan. What do we have for Jordan here? RPM 5. There's an RPM number 5 for Jordan. A couple of little streaks and lines here and there, but still it's RPM number 5. So from coin 1 to coin 24, before we find our second example of RPM number 5 in this roll. Here's number 25 now, halfway through the roll. We're going to look at Tyler's coin. And Tyler gets Well, that's another one of those RPM 3-ish ones, whatever the West RPM is with the raised line across the bottom of the vest. So we are going to hold that one too. Hold your wings to the fire. We got a few of these running now. There's one for Mickey. And Mickey's coin, by the way, if you heard me yesterday, there's a RPM 5. If you heard me yesterday telling you to have Mickey in your thoughts because he wasn't feeling well, it worked. He's doing better today. So thanks for small miracles. Mickey is on the road to recovery, feeling better. There's another RPM 5. This one's for Eric. Another RPM 5. This one's a little more spotty. Spotty. It's a little bit spotty. But that's for Eric. Number 28 now, Tyler. Moving on. That's another one of our, I believe, upper split serifs. That's going to go with coins numbered 22 and 23. This is 28. Now number 29, Paul. Paul Hatmaton. Nothing. Not a dang thing. Except a big old mark on the E of Liberty. Frosty. Frostbite. Gets. This is one of those ones with the doubling on the 5. A little line of doubling on the top of the second 5 there. So that's going to come out. That's for Frostbite. Number 31 now. Mr. Marshall. Let's see what Mr. Marshall gets. Okay, this one is that one that's just got that real minor little shaving of doubling on the outside edge of the S on the right. It's really hard to see, and it may not be listable. It may not be anything at all. But I'm going to pull it out for now. This would be the second one of those I've seen. Here's coin number 32. 75 in pennies, baby. And this one, I guess once in a while we have to turn out a normal coin just to keep our imaginations and our egos in check. And at the risk of losing my mind entirely, I think we'll move on to the next coin. This one for Mickey. Mr. Mickey gets nothing at all. Bums. Nothing there. Coin number 34 now. Number 34 with Parvez. And Parvez gets one of the doubled 5s. That second 5 is what I'm looking at. The very top bar of the second 5 is doubled. It's not this thing that's on top of the 5 right here. It's not that. It's this up here. This is what I'm concerned with. And get that. Put in the stack with the others. Here's coin number 35 now. This one for Carl. Good luck, Carl. See what he got. Number 5. RPM number 5. So if you did not before, you do now own one. Number 36. Paul Hampton. Dun, 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 dun. I feel like I'm announcing a baseball game here. Batting left for the home team, outfielder Paul Hampton. Now number 37 batting right, the catcher, Tyler. Gets an RPM 5. Look at that. That's sweet. I like that. Delicious. Anybody's ever played that stupid game? My wife played it for so long I was just calling out the little things it would say in the grocery store, you know. Sweet. Delicious. All right, here comes coin number 39. Coin number 39 turns out to be for Jordan, and it is an RPM. It's an RPM I don't think I've seen yet in this roll. Let's see what we have going on here. I don't know which one it is, but there's doubling right up here on the upper serif, and then there's doubling starting right here on the inside of the curve up at the top. So we will pull this one out for Jordan. That makes, I'm going to say, at least 7 different die varieties in here so far. And we've got 11 coins left to go. So here's one for Grandpa Parvis. RPM 5. Padunk-a-dunk. This makes up for yesterday, right? I hope. Because yesterday was a dud day. We had a dud day yesterday. And today seems to be far more active. Did a 55 plain 55D yesterday, and they both turned out to be very low producing. No real low-hanging fruit at all. This particular example here has all the fruit growing on the low branches. This is an RPM number 2 right here. Later die state number 2, so that other one's definitely not RPM 2. This is quite a bit stronger. You can see the RPM quite obviously. You can see the die chips in the 2 5s of the date. You can see this big die crack here. That's all indicative of RPM number 2. Dan, I know you do. Believe I've already passed. I think you had 1 coin in this roll, and nope, there it is, right there. Boom, number 42. Mr. McCumber. Oh no, that's an RPM 2, but it's ugly. Good God, Larry got his fingers all over this one. Well, Dan, we're going to supply a trip for 2 to sunny Hawaii. No, it's going to be, sorry, it's only going to be a, I may have Tourette's, you never know. What is it, 604? It's going to be a credit. Issue a credit for that. But you did get an RPM number 2 out of it. So you got a free RPM number 2. They don't come less than free. I can't pay you to take it and continue running a business, so I just have to do it that way. Here comes number 43. Batting 8th. For the home team, number 43, Carl Ignatz. Oh, there's another one of those, I believe, number 3 RPMs. Kind of hard to tell. But it is an RPM nonetheless. It goes on the stack. I can't remember now if that stack was out here on the poop deck or if it was on the inside. So we're just going to have to start stacking them together. We'll pick them apart after the show's over. But right now I'm getting to where I can't remember 7, 8 different dies. This is another one of them. Same die again. This one's for Parvas. Coin number 45 goes to Jackalope Herdmaster. Jackalope, are you in here today? I think I maybe remember seeing you earlier, but I'm not sure if you're still here. Let's take a look at the coin. Well, this one was a roll ender. It is a rather nice looking toner. It is not an RPM. It is not a double die obverse. It's got a little toning on it, but it's a nice BU coin. This side of it's going to be nice and shiny red because, well, it's an end roll coin, so the side that's exposed to the outside is the side that tones. The side that's exposed to the inside, that's the side that generally fares better. Here's Eric. Eric up now with a 55S. Let's see what it is. That's another one of the RPMs. Another RPM 3, I think it is. Not 100% sure. How many possible DVOs? You know, at this point, I'm not 100% certain that I stacked them all together, because in that stack I still have 3, but I know I've run into more than that. I'm thinking 6 or 7 of them. Taco Jean. Taco John. Looks like he's going to walk away with a normal 1955 S. Yeah, see nothing convincing on that. Number 48 now, Stan. Stan. Yeah, it looks like Stan's going to get a normal coin. We are going to be able to award him with a double die or a repunch mint mark, and it does not look like that's going to happen. Stan, work harder, buddy. The gods have not chosen you. Here's Marshall. And he always knows what you're doing. So there's another normal coin, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping that we run into more, but then glad to get what I do. So here's one for Jackalope Herdmaster, coin number 50 in the roll. The very last coin of this reveal is, well, it's one of those real minor RPM-ish looking possibilities. So it comes out, and possibles and real deals definitely add up to more than half the roll. Let's see how much more than half the roll. I'm going to get these and these. I alternate these, so we're not going to go through names, but we will real quickly count up the number of die variety coins, or suspected die variety coins. And here we go. This is going to be just a little bit confusing, but we're just going to count them, that's all. So I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Wow. 3/5 of the roll. That's not bad at all, boys and girls. That's actually a pretty good little take for one roll. Okay, so I'm done with this one. I need a few minutes before I move on to the next reveal. It's scheduled at 1 o'clock. I think we'll start it at 1 o'clock. So if you guys will be here then, we will get started for, what is it, reveal number 605. Coins that are on for tonight, I don't know yet. I'll announce that. I'll announce that during the 605 reveal here in just a few minutes. I'll go ahead and pick them out, and we'll see what we've got coming up. I'll see you guys there. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and get ready for the next reveal. Meet me back at 1 o'clock, reveal number 605.